Obviously a unique game and unique style with how the Citadel plays, and I've coached against Duver a few times now, and he's got a really creative way of attacking things, and he had some teams in the past that were just really hard to guard. Obviously, they may be down a man or two right now, but I thought this was an opportunity for our guys to kind of, really unlike most games we played this year, this was an opportunity for us to see guys play a little bit, and that is as important as anything. But I don't know outside of that how much we can take from a game like this, to be honest, outside of the fact that, we handled the ball a little bit better, which I think was good. But their zone doesn't really present the kind of size that most effective zones do, so I'm not sure what you can really take from that. But I do think we have got a little bit of better feel how we need to attack zones.
Just playing a team that's in the 300s of what you have coming on Saturday, were you happy with how the guys came out and approached this one? Because they could have looked at it pretty easily.
Yeah, I was, and we tried to, concentrate on staying in the moment as much as possible. I think, bottom line is we need to respect every opponent, because the reality is you can lose at any time. I think you see that every night in college basketball, right? So, but we did know that, at least on paper, this was a team coming in here that where we had some advantages, and it was good to see our guys have the right approach heading into our last two non-conference games, because obviously we have one Saturday and then one right after Christmas that we need to be ready to go for.
You got 19 minutes from Micah tonight. How much of keeping him out there was shaking off the rust and stretching him out there?
Both, yeah. He's clearly rusty. I think that's obvious, but that's to be expected. And it's more than I probably would want to. I don't know, I don't know if it's, I would say fair, but he needed to play tonight. But he's got to shake off some rust, and he's got to get back into a rhythm, and that might take a few more weeks. At the end of the day, injuries are a difficult thing, but we understand in sports, it's no one's fault. It's not his fault that he got injured, but he's got to earn his minutes back, and so does Kyle. And the way you do that is you come in and you impact winning. And that's true for anybody who gets injured. So
sort of at the other end of that spectrum, you had to play with Caleb, JT for 18 minutes. Was it nice to get through a game and not have to log the minutes that they've been logging? Did you look at this as a chance to get that little bit of a break?
Yeah, Kate had played 38 the other night, so I'm not worried about Caleb's minutes. Did you say Kate?
Sorry, Kate and JT.
Yeah, I was. JT's, I'm in the middle with him, because he needs to play some, because he can get out of shape pretty quickly. Not out of shape, but he can get kind of not in the kind of game shape we need pretty quickly. So we need to have a good practice on Thursday. We have to give him tomorrow off. We need to have a good practice on Thursday with pace. I told those guys. But Kata, 38 minutes the other night was probably a little much, but I felt like that's what we needed at the time. And both those guys have been logging a lot, so to give them a little bit of a rest was good.
What about the rest of the second unit? You talked about Micah, but just getting those guys time together, I assume that's big, moving forward.
Yeah, because it's, we won't typically, obviously, I don't know if we'll sub like that the rest of the year. We could, but I don't know that we will. So the reality is, when you get into league play consistently, or when, the rest of the, it's going to be about an 8, 9, in some cases 10-man rotation, but you can't play, 11, 12 guys, or at least you probably won't. So seeing some of those guys in extended minutes was good. We played this kind of that second group more together than we have typically, and that was just because of the flow of the game.
And then you said it allowed us to flow, but I guess any change that we have to ask is what was the thinking or the rationale behind putting this back in the start of that?
Yeah, I just felt like, I think Cam is in a great rhythm offensively, but we need a better defensive, I'm searching for some defensive consistency out of that position. And Cam is in a great rhythm offensively right now, but that was kind of my thinking. But Moose has got to improve in some areas on the offensive end, so we're searching a little bit for that position.
How hard is that balance when you have one guy does one side of the ball well, and the other guy does the other side of the ball well?
Yeah, I think it's, and we'll play those guys together some for sure, but I just think it's what we as coaches have to continue to push is to get Cam to improve in those areas we're asking him to improve in, and have great attention to detail, and be focused and committed, and play with toughness on that end, and get Moose to understand the year offensively what we need from them. And I think as they do that, they're both going to play a really important role.
You mentioned it's a little easier to move the ball and pass the ball against the team that doesn't quite have the size that you guys have, but to see 27 assists, is that just good in terms of your players are doing it ahead of a game like North Carolina, just the mindset of it?
Yeah, I think it's good. It shows a willingness to make the extra pass and to move it, and make the right play, and pass to the open man, and we've got to get better at that. I think we have gotten better at that, for sure. And we've gotten better at that against zones. But that's taken a lot. We've been zoned a lot this year. And I was saying earlier on the radio that our first real extended period against zone was against Gonzaga. And they are one of the best zone teams in the country. They're one of the very best. And that was a real, like, whoa, that was a humbling experience for us. In a lot of ways, playing them, but certainly against the zone. So we've gotten better at that, and we'll see if we've got a few teams in league play that obviously play like that, so we'll see if we've gotten better at it.
You guys have allowed 17 offensive rebounds tonight. Was that just a matter of maybe how the Citadel was playing, or was there something aggressiveness not there that obviously you guys are going to need for Saturday?
That was not good. That was us getting beat to the balls. That was us getting bum rushed and not being physical enough and not pursuing balls with two hands. And that was the stuff that I've got to coach that better, and we've got to get better at that. That was not good enough. They missed a lot of shots in the first half, but we were really on the defensive glass and not where we needed to be, and that's disappointing. But I'm hoping it is something, we've sensed it in practice at times. We're good. So.
This was the fifth straight game that you guys have shot at least 49% from the field. I think you're shooting 53 and 54% the last 5 games combined. What has been the difference? I know you've said you're maybe taking more just better looks at shots because they're getting used to the offense. What do you think is going to change there?
I think some of it has been shot selection. I think some of it is us forging an identity of how we want to play, and them understanding how we want them to play. And I don't want to get real specific on that, but I think them having a better understanding of how we want to play and attack offensively, shot selection, and ball movement. I think it's been a combination of all those things.
I know coaches are generally pretty focused on working their team, but I just wonder, as you get to know this team, you get to know this situation, do you feel like, it seems like there's outside of the Ohio State fan base, this is a team that people enjoy, people maybe are rooting for a little bit. I don't know that happens a lot when you're at Ohio State. Do you have any sense of that as a coach?
I think, yeah, I do. Just a little bit. I think you're saying outside this area, you're saying? Or?
Yeah, it just seems like this is a team that I hear from national people that they like watching this team, there's excitement around this team, maybe they're rooting for this team. You don't see that a lot in Ohio State sports.
Yeah, I think we'll see. We've kind of got to earn that. I think people like our older guys, and they like I think the influx of some of these new guys that have brought just kind of a different personality for one, and kind of an interesting. It's made our team more interesting, and I think people have sensed that this team has right now has pretty good chemistry. Now we're gonna going to go through some, I keep coming back to, we got off to a 4-0 start and got really humbled out in Portland our first game by just a team that's flat out better. So we'll go through some difficult moments, but for sure. But I think that I have sensed that people have enjoyed kind of watching this relatively new team and new group forge an identity. And if you have a few moments, a few games where you don't come out with effort, or you have poor body language, or you quit because things get hard or you get down, then that sentiment can change. So it's on us to not to.
You guys obviously win big tonight. You kind of mentioned overmatching them a little bit, but curious your mindset. You seem still a little frustrated with things. Is that, there's just more you need to improve on? Is that stuff you saw tonight? Where do you kind of sit mentally?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just, I don't know if you're ever satisfied as a coach. I think we've got some guys, I'm pleased with Andre's progress and the minutes that he's given us. He's not turned tonight he didn't turn it over, and he just helped move the ball and made some shots. So there's a lot of pleasing things, but, like anything, I think it's just, I just don't want to get outside of what is most important, and that is growing from every game and every experience. We just cannot get away from that. It's like simple and boring as that sounds. You're going to hear me say simple and boring stuff a lot, and that's one of them. We just can't. It's what we got to be. So I'm probably as focused on, like, the offensive rebound really did bother me. Bothered our coaching staff.